Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing today? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and this is a weird story because it combines video games, movies, and a couple companies that I feel are definitely not necessarily well suited for one another, but we're going to find out more. But first, how many of you guys out there are video game players? I'm a big gamer myself. I have been my entire life. I'm nearly 40. I love games. I'm never going to stop loving games, but I've never heard of this one right here. Crossfire, Mercenary Forces Corporation. This game looks like it came out of about 2007. Those look like some PS3, Xbox 360 era graphics, if not even going back as far as the PS2 and the Xbox. But even the guy there on the far right in the police outfit looks like it came out of Counter-Strike, and that's actually because Crossfire is essentially a Counter-Strike clone, not CSGO, but Counter-Strike, the old Counter-Strike, and it is apparently going to be made into a movie, according to Variety, who has landed the exclusive that Crossfire movie adaptation lands at Sony. Yeah, that's right. Sony Pictures, who can't run a franchise to save their damn life, is going to adapt a very popular video game. But again, if you're like me, you live in the West, so you've probably never heard of Crossfire, because Crossfire is not popular in the West. It's in fact popular over in China. In fact, according to their website, it says here, Crossfire is one of the most played online FPS games worldwide, with over 8 million concurrent users and 650 million registered players. Currently, it's available in 80 countries, including China, Vietnam, North and South America, and Europe. Also, Crossfire holds the title for the most popular online game in multiplayer regions, and was recently featured in Forbes magazine as the top-earning free-to-play game in 2013. Crossfire has proven to the world that it is no longer a game, but in fact a global phenomenon. I've never heard of this game. 8 million concurrent players, 650 million people registered. I've never heard of this. So I was really surprised when I found out more about what exactly is going to be going on in regards to this game. So let's go and look at the article. Let's see what Variety is saying, because this should be interesting. It says here, another hit game is getting the big screen treatment, but not hit in this country. I mean, unless it is. I did a search on YouTube before doing the video, trying to find some Crossfire gameplay to show you guys, and there's not a lot. For the most popular FPS in the world, it doesn't have a presence on YouTube, which is just really fascinating. But anyway, it says here, Sony Pictures is partnering with South Korean game developer Smilegate on the film adaptation of the mega hit game Crossfire. Chuck Hogan, who is penning the movie, from Fast and Furious producer Neal H. Moritz. Now, this is Neal H. Moritz's attempt to live past Fast and Furious. If you recall, Neal was booted off of the Fast and Furious franchise by Universal. He is going to be producing the Sonic movie, which drops tomorrow, and that movie is looking to do quite well. So this could be where he stands to use his expertise, is, you know, everything he did to the Fast and Furious franchise, how crazy that got, moving over to the video game world, which is kind of similar, could be a thing. But here's where it gets wild. Tencent Pictures will also co-produce and co-finance the movie, which is based on the popular first-person shooter that boasts 1 billion users in over 80 countries around the world, although the website does say something a little bit different, but that's, you know, kind of splitting hairs. I mean, only 350 million people, but whatever. So Moritz will produce through his original film banner. Moritz and the studio have a long-standing relationship that includes 21 Jump Street and the upcoming Bloodshot. And again, that should be interesting when that releases next month. However, Crossfire launched in 2007 and was originally conceived for Microsoft Windows, though it has since been regularly updated and expanded onto other platforms. In Korea, it's run by Neowitz. In China, it's run by Tencent. So this is Tencent trying to get the game that they run online, right? It's the game that they run. They want to get this into a movie. They want to make sure they can make some money off of this one. But Tencent hasn't had a lot of luck, especially with Sony, because they did Men in Black International, which failed to do much of anything. And then, of course, Tencent also co-financed Terminator Dark Fate, which cost a lot of money at the end. It didn't end up winning. So then the question becomes, what exactly is the story of Crossfire? What exactly will Chuck Hogan be telling you? This is an online multiplayer shooter. how much of a story could actually be there. Well, this ain't like Overwatch, where they took the time to really build out the heroes and allow you to see what's going on with the world around them. In fact, this is what it says on the website. Crossfire is an authentic military-themed FPS where two rival factions, Global Risk and Blacklist, with opposing worldviews, engage in armed conflict around the world. Now, those are terrible names. Global Risk and Blacklist. They rhyme for one. And so it's just not, I don't know. It's just kind of dumb. Anyway, Global Risk is an international private military organization that strives to fight for their own justice by helping the weak and refusing jobs that go against their belief. Blacklist is a terrorist organization willing to terrorize anything in sight. The only thing that matters to them is money. If the money's right, then nothing is impossible for them. And to be fair, this sounds like something that would come out of Fast and Furious, if I'm just going to be fair. As much as I'm a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise, I don't think there's any way to look at this particular game and its story and go, there's clearly clearly something here that's pretty fantastic. But anyway, like, look, this is all you guys got to see is the gameplay in action to give you an idea for what kind of game it is. Now, this has been updated. I'm pulling this from another YouTuber who has like 25 minutes of it. It looks okay. The gameplay looks pretty much like, what you would expect out of old school Counter-Strike. It doesn't look anything too particularly great. It's not Call of Duty. It's not Battlefield. I can kind of see why this hasn't done exceptionally well in the West. If you notice, there's no aiming down the sights. It's just all hip fire. So it's going to be a lot of twitch movements and whatnot to make sure you can score a headshot. So look, I mean, it's aesthetically interesting, and this could be something that ends up being a very interesting film. It could be a lot like G.I. Joe versus Cobra. It could be that kind of over the top aspect, where they find, they really kind of bring out the heroes from the game, and they give them the different types of personalities. But since there's really nothing about them that I've seen on the website, it really is going to be up to Chuck Hogan to develop and to decide what kind of story he wants to tell. Because even if you go back over here and just look at these skins, I mean, like, okay, I'm assuming the people on the left here are global, Global Risk, and the people on the right here are Blacklist, because that's just the vibe I get. And who's the guy here in the center? Or are they, well, police? That would actually be Global Risk. They're all Global Risk. My bad. So it's like, okay, cool, but who are these people? And I've watched some gameplay or some videos from the company themselves who talk about this, their promotional content, and it doesn't tell me anything. It doesn't show me anything. So I don't know what to expect off of Sony making this movie with Tencent. I mean, Neal H. Mortiz is going to come in and he's going to make it, and he's known for doing these kind of over-the-top films and just kind of playing in the ridiculous and having it work. So, I mean, on that front, I'm cautiously optimistic. That being said, video game adaptations have never really been good, and we're kind of at a point now where I'm more interested to see how bad they are versus how good they are. Even though I'm hearing good things about Sonic and I want to see it, I am going in tomorrow night completely expecting it to be a bad movie. So we'll have to wait and see. But on this one, I do want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to hear your guys' opinions. Do you think this is going to be an interesting concept? Have you heard of this game? Have you played this game? I really want to hear your thoughts and your opinions. Let me know down in the comments below. I will talk to you guys all later. Have yourself a great day. Thank you for watching, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good, happy, fun stuff. God, look, here's the thing. Let me leave you with this question before we go. Is there a video game you want to see adapted into feature film, and which one do you think would be the best? If this one, it doesn't float your boat, which one do you want to see, like a real wish list scenario here? So let me know down in the comments below. All right, guys, you have yourself a great day. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace out.